The taiga or boreal forest is a subarctic climate that experiences long and harsh winters, hardly noticeable springs and autumns, and warm, humid summers. It largely consists of coniferous trees, which are cone-bearing pine trees that have adapted to this region specifically. The coniferous trees, specifically evergreens, are conical in shape, which help prevent snow buildup on their branches. It is located in North America and northern parts of Eurasia between the latitudes of 50 and 70 degrees north, which is just underneath the tundra biome. Being the largest terrestrial biome, the taiga undergoes a large temperature range. The winters in the taiga, which can last for 5 to 7 months, experience temperatures well below freezing. The short 3-month warm, humid summers experience temperatures around 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Overall, the average temperature is between 23 to 41 degrees Fahrenheit, which makes it one of the coldest biomes on Earth. The boreal forest is significantly colder than the tropical and temperate rainforests, savanna, and tropical desert, but it is not as cold as the tundra and some regions of the cold desert and woodland biomes. The summers are the wetter periods of the year, while the winters remain dry and cold. The taiga experiences on average 200 to 800 millimeters a year of precipitation, most of it coming down as rain during the short summer, but also as snow during the winter. It experiences more precipitation than the tundra, subtropical desert, and temperate grassland, but less precipitation than the tropical and temperate rainforests. The soils in the boreal forest are relatively thin due to the cold winters preventing the development of soil. The pine needles of the coniferous trees make the ground acidic as they decompose, which is why the taiga has poor nutrients and quality of soil. The poor soil is why coniferous trees, along with moss and lichens, tend to flourish here, while preventing other species from taking root. There are 3 subzones that exist within the boreal forest: the high boreal, the middle boreal, and the southern boreal, which are all differentiated by their latitudes, the highest being the high boreal and the lowest being the southern boreal. The high boreal is where trees are often farther spaced and stunted, which means that they're smaller in stature. The middle boreal are areas of closed forests. The southern boreal is a closed canopy but has more biodiversity in terms of its trees due to a slightly warmer climate. Some of the limiting factors to life in this biome are caused by Earth's tilt that it has on its axis, which directly determines the amount of sunlight it receives in differing parts of the year. During the winter in the boreal forest, the sunlight can be restricted to only 3 hours of daylight. However, during the 3 months of summer, there can be as much as 20 hours of daylight, allowing plant and animal life to flourish. Another limiting factor is the extreme low temperatures, which only allow the most hardy animals and plants to exist. The soils, as mentioned previously, are another limiting factor to plant life due to its poor nutrition and quality. Blueberry bushes are one of the producers in the taiga. They germinate in the summer while producing berries which become a part of many animals' diets, and they are usually found in swampy areas within the boreal forest. One of the boreal forest producers, the ladyfern, has adapted to the poor soil conditions, and it takes advantage of the short summer season and grows and germinates while becoming a source of food for many consumers, especially in the winter months. The black spruce tree is an evergreen tree that has perfectly adapted to this region. They provide a crucial amount of oxygen to the world's population. They typically grow in mixed forests, bear pine cones every 3 to 5 years during its approximately 50-year lifespan, and are the main food source for many small rodents and birds. The larch is another common producer in the taiga. It is a very hardy tree that can withstand -70 degrees Celsius. It is very dense due to the short growing season and very thin even at old age. It is found in the northernmost subzone of the Boreal Forest. One of the consumers in the Boreal Forest are the moose, which are the largest animals in the Boreal Forest. They have adapted to eat coniferous needle leaves, along with grass and other plant life. They have adapted to have long legs and a thick coat to deal with deep snow and the cold winters. They are one of the few species to live within all regions of the taiga. A bird of prey in the taiga, the great horned owl, live primarily in the southern parts of the Northern American Boreal Forest. Their diet consists mainly of small mammals, which they use excellent hearing and sight to detect their prey underneath the snow, and use sharp talons and beak to get their prey. One of the fiercest predators in the Boreal Forest, the gray wolf has the ability to kill large mammals like moose and elk due to their ability to hunt in packs. They have heightened senses of smelling and hearing to aid in hunting and have developed thick coats to endure the long and cold winters. One of the fluffiest consumers in the Boreal Forest, the snowshoe hare has developed the following adaptations to deal with the cold winters. They have developed wide snowshoe feet to help navigate in the deep snow and stay on top. It changes its fur according to the season. For example, has white fur in the winter and brown fur in the summer to act as camouflage. Here are some common predator/prey relationships in the taiga. The moose, elk, and caribou are a key food source for the gray wolf. Their populations often mimic each other. The squirrel is also a primary prey for birds of prey, such as the great horned owl, as seen, and the bald eagle. Lastly, the snowshoe hare is the primary prey for the predators of the gray wolf and the great horned owl. This hare is a primary source of food also for many other predators. The coniferous trees have shown many adaptations to deal with the weather in this biome. They have developed their conical shape and flimsy branches to help withstand snow and shed it off. Also, they have developed thick bark to withstand animals, insects, and fires. Their leaves, as well, are suited against the cold because they retain water and as well as heat. Here are some animal adaptations to this biome. Birds have adapted to the freezing winters by learning how to migrate to warmer areas during the winter and returning during the warm summer. Many mammals have developed thick, warm coats to keep them warm in the periods of cold temperature. Many animals have also adapted to avoid the winter by hibernating or sleeping it out by eating lots of food in the short summer season to gain enough energy to last them through. The human activities of logging have caused significant impact to the Boreal Forest. The taiga contains many trees that are desired for building and furnishing in the human household, and hold significant financial value. The forests are usually clear-cut and replanted with only one species of tree, thus greatly reducing the biodiversity of the taiga. Also, the loss of these forests are slowly reducing the amount of habitat animals have, which directly impacts the populations of these animals. Lastly, the boreal forest provides the human population with a lot of oxygen in our atmosphere, and we are cutting down this incredibly important resource. One possible solution would be to seek reusable products to replace the wood ones. Also, developing more sustainable habits would also cut down for the demand of wood. Hunting and poaching in the taiga is another serious concern. Animals such as the Siberian tiger and brown bear have seen significantly large drops in their populations. The Siberian tiger especially is currently being pushed to extinction because hunters only see the value in their coat. Removing these top apex predators from the taiga, just for their fur, will affect the entire food web and ecosystem in a negative way. A possible solution is to eliminate the value of the animal pelts by enforcing the rules by making it no longer a viable option for hunters to making a living off of. One of the endangered species is the Siberian tiger, which is a top apex predator in the Boreal Forest. The tiger's diet consists of wild boar, moose, elk, caribou, small mammals, and it is an ambush predator and also tracks prey in snow. The tiger's general role is to keep the populations of its prey in balance with the ecosystem. This tiger is greatly endangered and has thought to be extinct in Korea and China. The only known tigers are thought to exist in Russia's taiga. It has become endangered due to excessive poaching for its hide and the rapid loss of habitat due to logging and urbanization. Though it is a very stealthy animal, it is very vulnerable to extinction due to its valuable pelt and long gestation periods, which make it difficult to recover from the rapid losses of poaching. There are thought to be around 400 to 500 tigers left in the Boreal Forest. The current hope is that these tigers live in the lowest human populated regions of the world. There are numerous joint projects with world-renowned zoos, along with Russia and China teaming up to protect these species. The immediate observations indicate that this is a success, and these populations of the Siberian tiger are stabilizing. CITES is a current law to protect this animal. However, previously, the Soviet Union, before it disbanded, had numerous laws to protect this tiger, and since then have gone away. Thanks for tuning in to learn about the taiga or boreal forest biome by Garrett Barnes.